What's going on? What's going on? We are back. We are back. We are back for another one. It's your boy, Tunnel Vision. Fury looked like shit. I'm gonna start just like that. He looked like trash in his last fight. A fight that they should have stopped, actually, especially seeing how bad that cut was in his eye. Terrence Crawford said if that was any other fighter, they would have stopped that fight. And he's right. That thing was a huge gash, man. Then another huge gash below that, and they're allowing him to put all this gigantic gob of Vaseline on it, which they usually wouldn't allow you to do. The fight should have been stopped. They didn't stop it. Just kind of like with the Wilder thing, I believe that was over a 10 count, and made sure they gave him every chance to get up off that canvas. And there's a lot of money on the line, so I guess you can't blame them because they understand. They invested a lot of money into that boy. ESPN, Top Rank, invested a lot of money into that boy. They're saying that's part of the reasons why they're actually letting a lot of these fighters, their fighters, actually go out and fight, and they're also why they aren't able to make certain fights because they just don't got the money as far as the budget's concerned to do them, due to the fact that all the finances have been invested in Tyson Fury. Crawford, man, wake up, homie. This is crazy, man. You got a jewel like that, that you can invest funds into someone like that who already has a fan base, who already can bring in a big gate, that people from actual America can actually relate to, but they keep trying to go this foreign route that hasn't worked. They've been trying it for over a decade plus. Doesn't work, but they keep trying it. But anyway, with the issues that he had in this fight, it kind of begs the question, like, is this Deontay Wilder fight going to happen? And me personally, I've been saying it for a little bit now that I don't know if that fight's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Me personally, I've said that I think that Tyson Fury is going to end up testing positive for some drugs, whether it be anabolic or whether it be something recreational like a cocaine or weed or whatever he's been testing, he uses. That's what I believe. He's already drinking, he's already admitted to drinking, and being on that drinking that alcohol, and he's supposed to be a recovering alcoholic and recovering drug addict. He already does that. His weight, I know from his previous fight, his last fight, he was heavier than he was for the Deontay Wilder fight. And this is a guy that was supposed to be using these fights and using this time to get into even better shape. All these fights supposed to be to tune you up and get you into even better shape. So when you go and fight Deontay Wilder, you're on a higher level than you were when you fought him the first time. And that seems to be the complete opposite. His father went crazy, talking about how instead of him working on his skills, he's basically having fat camps. He's talked about how he needs to get rid of that whole team and revamp that whole team, or his career is gonna basically come to a complete halt, or just get really, really ugly and really, really fast. And I think that's just him mentally already going into that place, going into that space, especially as the time gets closer and closer and closer and closer for this battle that you're supposed to have with Deontay Wilder. And it can't help when you see bouts like Wilder versus Brazil, and you see what happened to Dominic Brazil. You see the length of time it took Anthony Joshua to get that boy out of there.
Use the left lane to take exit 73 toward Greenport, Orion.
And then you see, what he looks like against Wilder. How fast he was able to take care of that. And then after this man fights Ortiz, if he's able to lay out Ortiz in that same type of fashion, and then in your brain, you already remember what happened to you, and you understand that, okay, now this guy now understands you, and you're not looking good against that level of competition that you just faced last night or on Saturday. You're already looking off when it comes to that level of competition, getting hit the way he was getting hit. If Wallen can hurt you like that, I thought I was going to hit a bump, Mr. Doe. If Wallen can hurt you like that, damn, man. what's Wilder gonna do to you? That's going through his head right now. He's like, damn, if this dude can do this to me, what the is Wilder gonna do to me? I don't think he's the same fighter. I think ever since he fought Deontay Wilder, he's been off. I think as a fight, he probably plays in his head all the time. And as that time gets closer, man, it's like you're in the draft, you join the military.
In half a mile, use the left lane to take exit 73 toward Greenpoint,
so every day gets closer and closer and closer and closer where you're about to get deployed, and you're about to get thrown into a firestorm. So the days get closer and closer and closer. The anxiety starts to build more and more and more and more and more and more. And that's what's happening.
Use the left lane
right
to
now.
take exit 73.
And I don't believe it's going to make it to that fight. I believe something's going to happen. I don't know what it is. Maybe all of a sudden. Because it could be anything,
for half
too.
a mile.
If that cut doesn't heal, or he's sparring and it gets split open again. He got almost 50 stitches.
In half a mile, keep left to continue toward Old Country Road.
47, 50 stitches that boy got. That's a lot of stitches. So if he's training, if he's sparring, and that splits open again, now all of a sudden you got to extend the date. And I'll tell you this: Andy Ruiz fights Anthony Joshua, and he beats Anthony Joshua again. And this dude over here, Tyson Fury, he can't get this bout done when it's supposed to get done because Wilder might be contractually obligated right now to that fight, but we don't really know because in one of what's Bob Arum's last interviews that he had, what did he use? It wasn't contingent. It was I forget the word, man. I can't think of the word right now. It wasn't contingent. Yeah, I think it was like contingent. On certain things happening. It was almost like a verbal agreement that the fight would happen after on February 2nd. I don't know. It's just the way he talked about it and the verbiage he used. It was as if it might not be concrete. It might not be concrete. So we'd have to, if it gets to that point, we'll have to see. Like Ruiz has to handle his business, Wilder needs to handle his business. Once those two handle their business, we'll see. We'll see if maybe there's a way out of that Fury fight, or if Fury's going to do the fight at all. Because I personally don't believe he's going to do the fight. I don't believe it. I think as time gets closer and closer, something's going to happen where it's not going to happen. I think ESPN's going to end up falling on their face, and Top Rank's going to end up falling on their face when it comes to all those funds. And I guess, according to Bob Arum, it's supposed to be, quote, a 50-50 fight deal, and then whoever the winner is on a rematch would get 60-40. If Wilder agreed to 50-50 to fight this dude, I don't know what the hell he would did that for. If he had did that, I hope it's because they came up with a lot of money for him. I mean, like some life-changing levels of money for that fight. Because 50-50, he doesn't deserve 50-50. That boy don't deserve 60-40 with the viewerships that man's bringing in and with the gate that man's bringing in his last two fights. The only big news about the fight that he had with Otto Allen was the fact that he got beat up like that by someone that he should have had out of there in 2-3 rounds. 50-50, man. Nah, man, definitely not. But as of next couple of weeks happen, we'll see what's up. We'll see what the deal is. But me personally, I don't see Tyson Fury going on with that fight, man. I don't see it happening. But I'm out of here. I gotta go handle my business. So y'all be good, be safe. See you on the next one.